Hello, listeners, and happy Easter to you all. I hope that your Sunday was filled with ham and chocolate eggs and that you got to eat the ears off of all those chocolate bunnies. I want to give a big thank you to the boys over at Midnight Syndicate. They are the ones that provide the awesome music that you'll hear in the background. You can listen to their stuff at www.midnightsyndicate.com. And thank you to Swordco Soundscapes. They provide the background ambient sound to make everything sound extra spooky in our podcast. You can listen to their stuff at youtube.com/Swordco Soundscapes. Once again, happy Easter, and have a great week.
All right, and welcome back to The Bunker, bringing you the second episode in the apocalypse.
We've lost another member.
They're dropping like flies. We've lost a second cast member, the Die by the Sword podcast.
Philip, how are you? How is your bunker status?
Oh, it's great. It's very echoey down here.
He lives in a chasm.
The grand chasm.
At least it's grand.
Yes.
Not any of those mediocre chasms.
Seriously.
Nope, not for me.
I remember, I've seen this article a couple of times, that somewhere in Las Vegas, some guy did create a fallout shelter in like the 60s or the 50s. And
yeah, only one person.
No, but his is like, it has like an underground pool and like a really nice like bowling alley. Yeah, it's like it's very fancy.
Yeah, and it like that the quote unquote outdoors look like outdoors.
Exactly. It reminds me of the movie Blast from the Past. Like it was that kind of bunker.
Wow, that movie is a blast from the past.
I love that movie. I love that movie. Love Brendan Fraser.
I've been thinking more about Kingsman.
Kingsman?
Yeah.
That was a really fun movie. I liked it.
Apocalyptic bunker.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
You mean this is all because of Samuel L. Jackson?
Well, I mean, he needed
that would make it pretty epic.
He needed to reduce the population somehow.
Yeah.
I guess you could also draw a parallel to the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Oh man, when all their heads
I have
explode.
a glove. Everybody's going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that's a classic trope, right? It's there's too many people, so I'm going to do the noble thing and kill a very large number of people determined by some arbitrary metric. So that way, I'm a good guy, really.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Thanos was half. It was 50%. It's not arbitrary.
But
that's
who's the half?
exactly what arbitrary means, Philip.
Yeah, 50,
who's the half?
50.
That is like the definition of arbitrary.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like I'm on the panel who's deciding who lives and who dies, and automatically I'm the first person on the lives side.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to be on the live side. Other people that I know and like will be on the live side. Except maybe that one aunt. She was a little... She gave that backhanded compliment that one time when I was in a bridesmaid dress. Like, never forgiven her. Anyway, speaking of murder, let's
go do some.
Let's kill some more ghost children.
Oh, the ghost children.
Yeah, we left off right about to fight another one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that is correct.
I'm glad we're chugging through this because it's awful.
So I think it's, time to roll for initiative.
Yay.
Alrighty.
Okay, so I don't have my dice. I left them in my car, so I'm going to use the
roller.
What's this application called?
Do we need to give you a few minutes to go get them from your car?
No, I'm going to use the digital dice.
Huh.
Yeah.
Good luck with those.
They're loaded.
They're supposed to roll statistically better.
Why would I believe that?
20. It's an adjusted 20.
Adjusted 20. Mm-hmm. Well, 20 from Renly. Roderick, what you got?
Roderick got a 12.
A 12. Vivian?
3.
3.
There's Noelle. I was wondering where you went.
Yeah, I only had
Not ready for the ghost child.
Vivian's having a real hard time with all these ghost children. It's very sad.
And I rolled a 14.
14. All right. And big surprise, the ghost child goes first.
Boo.
So she's gonna, I believe at the end of the last episode, she giggled and said, "Are you here to play?" And she's gonna sweep on in, and who is that standing right in front of her pathway?
Zenobia. Wait, which one? Here?
Yes.
That's Zenobia.
All right. Because while I have multiple screens open, I just have this tiny little square that shows the map. So I see no definition. I can see where people are, but I don't know who they are. Okay, so she's gonna sweep into Zenobia and try to reach out and touch her.
Reach out, touch me.
We made that joke last time.
Well, it's funny again.
It's as funny as it was, yes.
Only once a week.
And only once a week.
Only once a week. Okay, where is it? That's a 23 to hit against touch.
That is... Oh, against touch. Yes, that hits.
Okay, so Zenobia will take 1 point of negative energy damage, and I need you to make a fortitude save.
21.
21. All right, you feel okay.
I was pretty sure that made it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 21's gonna be pretty good at this level anyway. Okay, so she flies up, reaches out, and touches Zenobia, does a little bit of negative energy damage.
Ouchies.
And then it is Renly's turn.
Does negative damage affect your mood? Does it just put you in a bad mood? I can just see like
How could we tell with Zenobia?
I can see 1 point of negative damage just like making Zenobia's eyebrows furrow. Just like exactly.
Just makes her scoff a little bit more.
Yeah.
So what Renly is going to do is does what he always does. Or he's carry right now. We established that, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we did.
So he doesn't have to change. He can. She's going to fly up and start singing.
And this does what?
It gives all of you +1 to your weapons, and it stacks. But also, well, no, I already know that it's a wraith, right? Baby wraith.
Yes. Well, you'd assume so anyway.
You could roll it.
So I mean, that's a religion.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
16.
Yeah, you pretty much know this is the same thing. So something is creating all these wraith spawns.
Just awful.
All right. Renly/Carrie flies up into the air, starts singing to give everyone a +1 magical enhancement to your weapons, and verifies that this is a wraith spawn. Anything else for Renly's turn?
No, because I'm flying up is a move action, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can't do another move action. So that's it.
Solid turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's a good turn. Zenobia, you've got this thing right in your face.
Can I study? Since I don't have to move?
Yes, sure can.
I'm a studier. I'm going to quick draw holy water and sprinkle it on my mace. And I'm going to speak to her. I'm going to say, the beast wants you to be at peace. We're here to help him. Can you help us?
Who's the beast?
That's evidence.
He was your friend.
I don't think the beast knew this one.
Yes, he carried Elsa's...
No, this isn't Elsa.
Who is this?
It was Karen.
Never mind. Confused about which dead kid I was dealing with.
I should really wear name tags.
Seriously. Okay, I'm going to swing at her and just say, I'm going to release you, child. Alright, so I'm going to take a swing. And this is with my heavy mace. It's baptized. 16, 17, 18, 19.
19 hits.
Yay.
Alright. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 on the mace. And 4 on the holy water. So 14.
14 altogether. And that is halved because it is a corporeal source, so 7 points of damage. Alright, she takes the damage and says, "Oh, you're not here to play. That was not nice."
I don't like this girl.
And I step back 5 feet.
Can you?
Yeah.
I hadn't moved.
She'd used a move action, but didn't use it to take the 5-foot step, so the 5-foot step was still free.
Right.
Alright, Roderick, you are up next.
Alright, I got a fun one for you, Gary. Roderick is going to extend his hand, and the air starts chilling rapidly in front of him as he fires a rhymed flurry of snowballs at the spectral creature, so I need a reflex save.
Okay.
Richard, you were the worst.
As a 16.
That will pass. So I rolled 10 damage, so that's 5, so that's halved again, so that's down to 2 points of cold damage. However...
2 2s and a 1, I just want that noted.
Yeah, 5, 2, 2, 1. However, I did have rhyme on this spell, so this creature is entangled, and I looked it up, Gary. I don't see anywhere where incorporeal creatures can't be entangled, especially by a magical effect.
Nice.
Let's see if Gary buys it.
I'm not sure on that. Like, if it was like Shadow Trap, I could understand that.
I mean, it says that it can't be grappled or affected by physical maneuvers, but this isn't a physical maneuver. This is an energy attack, which harms it.
But the rhyme is ice, which is physical, right?
It's magical.
It doesn't exist without magic. This
Maybe
rhyme.
magical, but it's still ice. It takes the damage from the magic that created the ice. But what's trapping it in place is the cold, right?
Yes.
Which is a physical thing.
Well, I think that's up for interpretation.
Oh, I think he's interpreting it.
Well, I'm saying don't ask me because you know what my answer is going to be. It's your call, Gary. I've just letting you know what it says.
Let me look this up for a second. Yeah, all I'm really seeing is that incorporeal creatures can't make trip or grapple attacks, nor can they be tripped or grappled. Not subject to any such actions that take any physical action or try to manipulate the opponent or its equipment. So I'm going to rule that he's not, or that she's not entangled, just because the way I see it is it's a physical thing that's holding them in place.
Okay, so like you're ruling that the cold was generated magically, but the sticky frost that's lingering is physical now that it's been generated.
Correct.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So it still takes the damage from the attack because you did use magic to attack it, but the physical source that would be holding it in place, it can easily move through.
Hey, that's one of those things. You know, this is it's an unclear rule, so that's what the GM has to decide.
And the GM's wrong. Just kidding.
The GM is always right.
It's my world, damn it.
Anyways, Roderick, step back.
Not yours. It's Paizo's.
Paizo's world.
Yeah.
Gary's renting it.
So I have a lease on this world.
And I did a whole 2 points of damage and step back.
Well, hey, 2 points is 2 points. All right, Vivian, it is your turn.
Vivian is going to cast Spiritual Weapon. So
Okay.
a floating, like, translucent, sort of rainbow-hued glaive appears behind the... Not directly behind, because it's a long weapon, but behind the child. Behind the ghost. Wraith.
This is a really good spell.
Okay, and so now that that's there, I can roll... Oh.
Nice natural 2.
Yep, switching dice.
So the spiritual weapon missed.
Spiritual weapon missed, but it hangs around for a bunch more rounds. What level?
4 more, in fact.
Yeah. And
So we've got a new combatant basically in the fight.
can Zenobia flank with a...
No, spiritual weapon cannot. It explicitly says it cannot flank.
I could never remember with that.
This is a cool spell, audience, I promise. We just need to see it do something.
I just need to roll not a 2.
Just roll better.
I'll try.
Okay. So that is Vivian's turn with a spiritual weapon going and a swing and a miss. All right, back to Karen's turn. So
I was really like, who's Karen?
Karen?
Her name's Carrie. Like,
When I speak to the manager, it's Karen.
And you use your last
that
name.
sounds about right.
can you change your haircut?
Okay, so her plan is to fly out through the wall.
Well, that will provoke from the spiritual weapon.
That's fine.
Oh, well,
Well, to provoke and miss.
that's a natural 5.
Nice one.
So we're doing better. I'm improving.
Another swing and a miss. So Karen is going to fly out the side wall of the bedroom near the window, be missed by the spiritual weapon, and come back in around by Vivian.
Well, that's rude.
So she's going to fly around, and she's going to try to incorporeally touch Vivian.
I don't like it.
Well, she doesn't either, because that's a natural 3.
Good.
So that's an 8 against touch.
Nope.
Alrighty, so that was a fun and exciting turn for her.
Well, it was terrifying to watch.
Just a friendly reminder that she is incorporeal. It can move through walls.
In case you forgot.
Ugh.
Okay, Rinley, it is your turn.
Is she... There's somebody between us, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
But you're flying, Renly.
Not high, though.
Yeah, I'm flying 8 feet. I have the movement speed to come around, don't I? So I'm touching the screen like I can move my piece. But yes, take that person and put them. Other side. And while I was doing that, I was drawing my chakram, and I'm going to throw it.
So Renly moves up a little bit closer to get a clear shot of the creature and throws a chakram.
Okay.
That is a natural 20.
Ooh. Very nice.
26. Does 26 hit? Do I see it?
26 hits.
Roll to confirm.
Rolling to confirm. Not a confirm. 7. Natural 1 on the
My goodness.
So just a hit.
That range damage, it is 5 magic. 5 points.
5 points of magical damage. Damage from the magical weapon. So that would be still halved. So it's going to be 2 points of damage. Chipping away at this poor little one.
Does silver have any effect because it's also silver?
No. She's not a werewolf.
Just thought I'd ask. You never know.
Try it on Roderick, though.
Well, that's rude.
See if
I'm
this
just
hurts you
giving
more than it should.
I guess next time you question Carrie's battle abilities, it could be a possibility.
She get that mad?
A taste of my blade.
Okay. Zenobia, you're up next.
Well, I guess I have to step forward to get in range.
Just a
And-
5-foot step.
And my mace is still sprinkled.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to swing with my mace.
Ooh, nice.
Nice. So that's
Natural 18.
yeah, it's an 18, so that's 32.
That hits.
Oh, I'm so angry at this child. I am.
Because you thought it was Elsa.
And I'm sorry, it was 28, not 32.
I hate Frozen.
I hate that. That's 6. 9 on the mace. And 6 of total of 15, so that's 14, another 7 points.
Okay, another 7 points of damage.
It was a good hit.
And I can't step back at this point, right? I can just
Right, because you stepped
stay where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shaking my head at you.
That's the most damage we've done to it so far.
Yeah, that was a good hit.
So far, that was a good one. All right, she's still kicking.
Second
You're
good hit.
not my friends. None of you are nice.
Roderick says, "You started it."
Oh, I just tried to play frisbee with you.
And I'm playing baseball.
I just wanted to play.
Yeah. Decrepit, necrotic, negative energy. That's how you play with your friends.
They don't like it.
It's not how you play with your friends.
No, you crazy person.
It's tag.
Tag, you're undead.
That's good.
Right, Roderick, it is your turn.
Alright, so that trick didn't work, so he's going to go back to the old one that did. He's going to move up to the other side of Vivian, and then he's going to reach out with his healing hex, as he has done before. Roll that touch attack. Ooh, that's not so good. This is a 9 against touch.
And 9's gonna miss.
Boo. Well, he still has it on his hand.
Alrighty. So, she just moves slightly out of the way as you reach out to touch her. Nuh-uh, negative energy only.
It's a stupid rule.
Bad vibes only.
It's a stupid rule.
Roderick would be the worst babysitter.
No, that rule does not make sense.
It does for me. Haha. Alright, Vivian.
Now I have an everything-proof shield.
Yeah. Vivian will strike again with her spiritual weapon.
The spiritual weapon pops over next to the creature.
Changing dice again. That was a 3 that time.
This is a really good spell, guys, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Vivian not rolling so well with the
Yeah.
spiritual weapon.
Yeah. I mean, it's, it would be 6 altogether.
Yeah, that's not going to hit.
Yeah, I didn't think
Doesn't
so.
it use your base attack bonus too?
Yes, that was with my base attack bonus.
And your wisdom modifier.
Is it my wisdom modifier?
Yeah. Your base attack bonus plus your wisdom modifier.
Oh, it does say that. What is my wisdom modifier? How do I play this game?
Probably not very high.
So 9.
Still misses.
Yeah, I'm so surprised.
Alrighty. So this is the battle of not swinging and hitting very much.
Battle of rolls below 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna
Okay.
also take a 5-foot step back behind Zenobia.
Just so you know, Vivian, you have not taken your turn yet.
Oh, does the weapon
Yeah, that,
do its
that
own
was just
thing?
a weapon.
Okay, so she's gonna take a 5-foot step back behind Zenobia and cast Bit of Luck on Zenobia.
And what does that add to me?
You get to roll twice. Take the better result on your
Alrighty.
d20.
Alrighty.
Okay. So that is Vivian's turn. Alright, back to the top of the round with this cursed child.
So you have Roderick and Zenobia in range.
Roderick and Zenobia in range. Okay, I'm gonna roll a die. Evens are Zenobia, odds are Roderick. I rolled a 1.
See, I don't know why you'd go odds, Roderick. That's not what I would have picked.
Because odds are Roderick. Always.
The odds are it's gonna be a Roderick.
And it kind of rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
Odd, rod.
Odd
Come on.
rod.
Whatever.
Alright. So gotta make this touch attack. So 13 against touch.
That will hit.
Probably the only one that hits with.
No, you'd hit Vivian with that, and
Yeah.
maybe even Renly.
Well, she's not doing so well on this negative energy thing, because that's another only 1 point of damage. But I do need you to make a fortitude save.
Maybe she did only want to play.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, that's a 12.
Ooh, that's going to be a fail.
Oh,
I'll
Roderick.
take 2 points of constitution drain.
Naturally.
Zappy. And it's just because you picked on her and tried to use positive energy on her.
Mm-hmm.
This one's bitter.
Mm-hmm. It's a woman.
Okay. So she reaches out, touches Roderick, does the energy drain, and she is going to back up through the wall a few feet.
Now, is this enough movement to provoke?
It's more than a 5-foot step, but she's going through a wall, so I'm not sure how that works.
The square she left was not behind a wall, so it still would have provoked.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's based on the square you leave, not the square you're entering.
So does she provoke from me as well as from Vivian's?
Roderick, Zenobia, and the weapon.
Right.
There we go.
That's better. It's a 17.
21.
both of those hit.
And to be clear, this was with the...
12.
Okay, so the 12 would miss then?
12 would miss.
Okay, but the good thing is Roderick was using his healing hex and not his weapon when he did that, so he's going to hit her with positive energy. That's a total of 8. However, Gary, I've made a mistake. I forgot before that the creature gets a will save to half his damage.
Right. It's an 18 on the will save.
That will pass. So that's another 2 points of damage altogether.
And the spiritual weapon did minimum damage. I rolled a 1, but that's 3 points of force damage, and I believe that all goes through.
Yeah, this is why it's cool, ladies and gentlemen, because spiritual weapon is force damage.
Yep, so all of that damage does go through.
I love fighting incorporeal creatures, don't you?
I wish I rolled higher.
It's mostly just more math for me.
Good.
Alright, so she does take a couple hits as she does fly back through the wall, takes a little bit of damage, and it is Renly's turn.
I mean, there's nobody in the room, so, and I can't go through walls yet, so.
Yet.
Yet, he says.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to, I guess, go pick up my chakram.
Seems as good a plan as any.
Okay, Renly moves to pick up the chakram. Anything else for Renly's turn?
I don't think I can do anything else because the picking up is the standard. I move to get it, so I'm done.
Okay, Zenobia.
I'm going to hold my action.
Zenobia holds.
Watch to see if this thing comes back into our room or if we're going to have to go chase it.
Okay, Roderick.
Roderick is going to... he's going to ready an action to attack if the creature comes within 5 feet of him. He's going to step in and ready to attack.
Okay, Roderick readies. Vivian.
So, there's not a window in that wall that this creature went out, is there, Gary?
Do the sweat drop. Never mind.
I was going there too.
Or a door.
So there are windows in the room.
Mm-hmm.
So there would be a window there, but she didn't go through a window. She went through a wall.
So Vivian's gonna walk up so that she can see out the window and see if she can see the creature.
Okay.
And if so, she's going to attack with her spiritual weapon.
Okay. So you go up to look at the window, but she's moved far enough around that you can't see her from where you are.
Drat. And she'll say that she thinks she might be looping around. And yeah, she's just... Can I delay a standard action at this point?
You can ready a standard action.
Okay. So I'll ready that my spiritual weapon will attack once... Because I'm looking at it, doesn't seem like my spiritual weapon has to move when it's focused on one target.
What?
Read spiritual weapon and tell me, if I can prepare for it. I don't think I'll have to move it.
Because I know it's a move action to make it switch targets, but otherwise it stays on that target.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of a rules gray area. Do you think it would automatically pop to the same target once it becomes visible again?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because even though rules is written, we could rule that it would follow it out and keep hitting it even though we can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
But that would seem silly.
Well, is it like a heat seeker or is it a visual thing?
It doesn't say. So
What
again,
does the GM say?
yeah, again, this is another GM ruling.
Let's see. Trying to read this more too.
And I guess it's not really an issue. I'm sure it would have the movement speed to get to her.
Yeah, it's just a matter of when it goes.
Yeah.
Does it lose this turn, or will it go and attack it as soon as it shows up again?
Because it sounds like it just follows it wherever, and it uses the spell's range for where it can follow.
Yeah, which is over 100 feet.
Yeah, to me it's like a heat-seeking missile or an evil-seeking missile.
Or a remora.
Yeah, or a menorah.
Bringing light to the world.
So I would say it's just going, like, it would follow, because I also think it would be kind of cool. I'm going to say that the weapon follows her outside, and as long as it stays within the spell's range, it's still active. So I'm going to say you don't have to have line of sight because it's on the target.
That's fun.
But what's the spell's range?
Over 100 feet.
Okay.
It's like 100 plus something per level.
Well, that's a lot of fun.
150.
And that may not be how it's supposed to be done, but to me that sounds fun, so that's how I'm going to roll it.
I like it,
Rule of
GM.
fun.
Yeah, and it follows the rules as they're written.
And I rolled a natural 19.
Yay!
Max damage.
Yay, finally.
Oh, okay.
So that's 11 points of force damage.
Yay.
Ouch, that hurt.
And it all went through.
Ooh.
You want to change your ruling?
Wait, hold on.
Nope.
Hold on. I lied. It might be 10 points. 10 points of force damage.
Why would it be 10?
Because it's 8 plus 1 per 3 caster levels.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Plus Renly's song.
I don't know if that counts.
This is a weapon attack.
But it's...
Well, it does say it
you
takes
can't
the...
stack.
What?
This game is fun.
God, this is so complicated.
But it's just your allies, right?
Has the same
What is
threat
it?
range and critical multipliers as... Yeah, I don't think it counts.
Okay.
Yeah, I would rule that it didn't count.
Just because the way I see it is the song gives your allies the advantage, and the spiritual weapon is not an ally.
Got
it's
it.
just a
Yes.
Makes sense.
something.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Fair enough.
Just don't want to overlook him.
Well, I'm not going to argue it because he let me go through walls with it.
I'm down with it.
All right, cool.
See, guys, it never hurts to ask.
So, 10 points, not 11.
All right, 10 points of damage.
But it all goes through.
She's still kicking, but now she's screaming too.
Ugh.
So were you going to ready an action, or were you going to spend your standard action now?
She doesn't know what to do. She's going to cast Bit of Luck on Roderick. She's afraid he's going to get touched again.
Probably.
Okay. So everybody has either moved to pick up their weapon, or delayed, or readied an action.
That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As far as you know.
So Karen is going to come flying through another wall, screaming because she's being chased by a spectral glaive.
That's terrifying.
Just spitting through the air.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not screaming, but it's a weapon, but you can imagine it screaming. Ah!
It's singing.
Right.
It's a singing glaive.
It's got to be terrifying for her. This weapon of positive energy that's just attacking her.
Ugh.
Okay, so she is going to move up. And who are those people in range there?
Zenobia and Roderick.
All right, so gonna go with the same rule: evens or odds.
I think it's odd that you do that, Gary.
Well, I rolled evens this time, so it's going after Zenobia.
I think it's
Right.
even that you do that, Gary.
13.
Misses. Misses.
Alright, she tries to go by for the flyby attack and misses.
However, that does activate Roderick's readied action.
Alright, so go with that readied action.
And he has Bit of Luck. So I'm rolling twice. That's a good thing I did, because one was a 7 and the other's a natural 20.
Very nice.
Nice.
Roll again.
Good old Bit of Luck. It means I get to roll 2 confirm chances. That's a natural 17 to confirm. Bom, bom,
That's a
bom.
confirm.
Very nice.
So I held my action. Did I just lose it for that turn, or do I get to go after Roderick?
So Roderick readied an action, so his was an instant thing. You'll have an opportunity to go afterwards.
Right.
Okay. And that's before my turn in the next round?
It'll just be the next round.
Yeah,
It's your turn for this
since
round.
Yeah.
Right. Since you held your action, you delayed your action, you could say you want to go immediately after this attack resolves, and then that would be your new initiative spot.
Forever.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, Gary, so this is my crit card. We've got a bleeder. Normal damage and 2d6 bleed. However, incorporeal creatures do not bleed. I believe in the past we initiated the rule that if the crit card is worse than a regular critical, you could just take the regular critical instead. Is that still in effect?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yay!
So what were you doing, Richard? What was your attack?
It was just swinging with his sword.
Very nice. So, damage.
Down. Total of 2d8 plus 10.
I saw those from here.
So that's a total of 16 points of damage that I've not halved.
Alright, so 8 points of damage would be with it halved. So this time, as you go to slash through her, you basically, I'm going to roll it as you meet in the middle with the glaive. and basically pin her between the two, and that same thing happens where this energy inside just starts to crackle and she dissipates.
You started it!
I just wanted to play tag. Fury!
All right. Well, we have successfully freed another child from its spiritual prison.
Who
So,
who did this?
The way
to
I
them?
saw it when he was describing it is when the weapons clang together, there's this bright pop of light
Mm-hmm.
and a that ringing sound after they clang,
Yeah.
and that's when it dissipated. So is the dissipation, is it like Thanos turned to sand, or is it like evaporation?
It's kind of like, at the end of Hocus Pocus when the lights just start falling out and then poof.
Yes. So, yeah, great. Imagination is fantastic.
I enjoy it.
Since each one of these has been a different color, by the way, too. So.
Hmm.
Oh, wait.
Power Rangers.
Does that have to do with anything? Should we be writing down what colors we see?
No, it's just for flavor.
The colors,
Okay.
Duke. The colors.
Yeah, there's grape, orange, strawberry, lemon.
All those are not colors except for orange.
So whatever emotion they were feeling before they died.
He said it was for flavor, Philip.
Color flavor.
Come on, Philip, keep up.
You guys are hurting my head.
All right, so child freed from prison.
Mm-hmm.
Who did this to them? Is there any way you can find out?
It's whatever creature that Vivian's having a hard time recalling in her mind. Some sort of a spectral... Well, we know it's some sort of a wraith because he's a wraith spawn.
Yeah.
Vivian, we must find this horrible.
Well, what do you think we're doing, Zenobia?
Oh, Vivian's on edge.
Vivian.
She's not happy with having to fight child-looking ghosts. And she actually used a weapon this time, rather than positive vibes.
Well, what else can we find in this house?
Yeah, I was going to ask Gary. I remember we did some searching before, but I think you said that we didn't find anything except the ghost?
Yeah, you just basically found clues that nobody could have broken in and killed her in her bed. Yeah, so you found more evidence that it wasn't Horus.
But no positive evidence as to what it was.
Correct.
What
Okay.
about gold?
What about gold?
Do we find their heirlooms that we can pawn
Was
off?
this little kid loaded?
While this may be one of the, more well-off families in the village, still not very much.
They've got clay floors instead of dirt floors.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, don't you leave
No,
all your
I'm
valuables
picturing-
at home when you're fleeing the village?
Cut open all the mattresses.
I was picturing Veruca Salt from Willy Wonka. So,
We know what happened to her.
she's a bad egg.
Mm-hmm. So this house is 2-story, like I had mentioned last week. So it's a nicer house. There's probably some, like, a few things you could pick up for a couple of gold here and there, but nothing really worth taking.
I'm not looting this place.
Yeah, it doesn't feel appropriate. Or worth the time.
It's not jewel-encrusted walls. That'd be worth the time.
I want nothing from this village. Except the beast that did this to the children.
Okay, so we've been to the church. We went to here. Is Elsa's house next?
It can be.
We're closest to Martin's house.
Was there a location other than a house that we needed to look at too?
The cemetery.
We already did that.
Yeah, so that was it.
So I will say now that you're at Karen's house and kind of can see this side of town. So basically at this point, you got the village that goes down to where the last houses were just past Karen's, and then this hill that goes up. And at the top of the hill is this big, like, scarecrow, like, creature up there.
So we see this looking out the window?
Yeah. So you looking out the window, you can see up that hill and see there's, like, a big scarecrow.
So Vivian's trying to get her temper under control. She's just like, well, where should we look next? I don't think the houses are going to be worth searching at this point. Karen's was the only one that I think would have had any recent evidence.
Agreed.
So Roderick is looking around and looks out the window and sees this scarecrow up on top of the hill that Gary described and is like, well, that's ominous.
Vivian joins him at the window. Yes, that reminds me of something. That's what we should look at.
This is triggering your memories, Vivian?
Yes.
Well, you're the expert we have to go on, so off to the scarecrow.
Sure, it'll be delightful.
Seems just as good a place to go as any at this point.
Watch out for bear traps.
Does anybody have fire?
Roderick does. So we head on downstairs and start making our way to this hill in the south end of town.
Okay.
And looking for bear traps as we go.
And I'm looking for traps and whatever. Yes. So do I need to roll a perception?
Yes, let's.
Yeah, I'll go for that.
18 for Roderick.
20
22.
for Finley.
Okay.
22 Zenobia.
So as you're looking around, you kind of see, you don't really see any bear traps immediately, but you do notice that if you're looking at the map here, you can see where the road from C2 goes towards C4, that diagonal line.
Mm-hmm.
The little brown spots there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is all like marshy quicksand. So with those rolls, you can tell that you should follow the pathway, follow that road toward the southeast until you get around.
But don't
that
step in the.
marshy area.
But don't step into the holes.
Right.
So I'm sure Zenobia had the highest roll, right? So you point that out.
Actually, Carrie had the higher roll.
Oh. Well, what does Carrie say?
Carrie is Renly, and Renly is going. So you see the dirt? That's quicksand. We should probably traverse around it.
Agreed.
Roderick, looking at his map. Yes, it looks like there's a clear path around the west to swing around the quicksand here. Let's just follow the path to the west.
Group of houses down there?
Yes. Yeah, you see where I'm pointing right here? It's strange to have so much quicksand right next to the paths traveled by normal village folk.
It's a really valid point. Obviously, these people were idiots.
Damn it, Timmy, I told you to stay on the path.
This place was settled in the Dipplemere swamp, so.
This'll teach you.
This is where all the 90s movies of fear of quicksand came from, was kids that lived in this village and then became screenwriters.
Yeah, what was that meme? Is growing up in the 90s, I thought that quicksand was going to be a much bigger issue than it turned out to be.
Absolutely. The Jungle Book with Carrie Elwes?
Elwes.
And like almost every adventure show had a quicksand episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very true.
And they used vines to get you out. Anybody who's ever used a plant for anything knows that this is a horrible idea.
But rope is made of hemp.
But then
all plants.
But then it's actually not a vine at all. It's a snake, and so then you're double trouble.
Yeah. It lets loose and it's biting you, or it's a boa and it's constricting you. Yeah.
In the quicksand.
In the quicksand.
Anyway, we make our way around.
Okay. You make your way around as you kind of go through a little bit of trees and stuff that are over there. There is one section that kind of draws your attention. Give me a perception check as you go around.
21 for Roderick.
Natural 20.
Yay.
19.
Okay.
11.
So that's 20 plus
A lot.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a 32,
So-
33.
Zenobia, you're definitely able to tell. As you're going around, you're kind of over by this little small lake area. There's this tangle of willow trees that kind of grows into this, almost like this dwelling. It's just like this outcropping of trees that kind of makes a house out of the trees.
Vivian, look
Just-
at this.
Really kind of cool looking.
Perhaps a druid lives here? Is there any kind of knowledge we can roll?
We roll local.
I have a point in that.
Is it local?
No, that's all I can roll.
Roderick rolled a 10.
I got a
You
21.
can roll. Yeah, okay.
Wait,
21.
Yeah.
Sorry, Gary, please answer the question that you were asked that no one waited for you to answer.
I would say you can roll local for this one.
Oh, so what we already did.
So that was a 21.
Mm-hmm.
So it resembles to you the way Horace described his home.
Oh.
Oh, I'd forgotten
The
about
trees.
that. I'm sure glad the GM remembers this. Group, team, fellow plunderers. This looks like what Horace described as his house.
Oh. So he wasn't very far out of town at all.
No, they must have known he was here.
He's not a subtle person.
No, not at all.
I want to check it out.
Should we go inside? Yes.
Yes.
There might be evidence.
Okay. As you do get closer to this dwelling,
Horace set a trap.
no, you do see that it looks like it's partially burned.
I'm not
And
surprised.
it looks like spent torches are lying on the ground all around it. And if you go inside, it is still stable. so you don't have to worry about anything like that. If you go inside and look around, most of it's all torched on the inside. But there is, especially with the natural 20 that Zenobia rolled earlier, I'll roll that over to this. Zenobia finds the burnt remnants of a Taldan poetry book.
Look at this.
Does this mean that he can read?
I don't know.
I would presume so. He learned how to write poems out of this.
Oh, that's right, he does write.
Does he write?
Yes, he wrote the caterpillar poem. Well, you're not paying attention.
Well, he didn't write it. He didn't write it down. He didn't write it down.
He said he wrote it explicitly.
Did he?
Yes. I'm the only one who doesn't like it. I'm the only one who's paying attention to his innermost thoughts.
So you said it's burnt remnants. There's no pages left. It's just like the cover sort of thing.
It's got some pages still in there. You can tell it's been burned.
We put it in a Ziploc bag.
Well, I want to look at it. Do we see any evidence that Horace is actually written in this? Has he made notes? Is there anything left in this besides just the fact that it confirms he can read and read?
It doesn't really look like he's written in it or done anything, but if you flip through the pages a bit or look at the looking at the front of the cover, you find Elsa's name on the cover.
Elsa gave it to him. I'm sure we also find massive thumb smears as his giant ham hands are trying to turn pages in this thing.
Are you speaking from experience?
Yes.
He basically holds the book between two fingers.
Well, we hang on to this for moral support to give back to him when we see him. Like I said, in a Ziploc bag.
We'll need to be careful, though, with it having Elsa's name on it. Some people will assume the worst.
Well, I think from an evidence standpoint, we think it shows the friendship she had for him.
I agree, but I think it'll be easy for others to construe that incorrectly.
I think Vivian is correct.
You're absolutely right. They're looking for any reason to kill him.
They'll say he was stalking her, or he stole it from her when he killed her, or something like that.
I understand. Put it in the Ziploc. We'll take it home.
Anything else worth taking memory-wise for Horace?
Or evidentiary value?
Pretty much everything else in here has been burned.
Okay.
Not even a pair of socks that we can bring him?
Just one sock remains. The other one's gone.
It does have rubber ducks on it, though.
I told you.
I don't care. I don't like them.
That's not a good argument, Zenobia. You're not the fashion expert.
I'm buying. I get to buy what I want.
Vivian, just buy him the damn socks yourself. Let's go.
Buying him the socks.
That's fine. You put them on his feet. I want to see it happen.
It's alright. We leave this burnt up hut.
Alright. So you leave the burnt up hut and start making your way in toward the hill and the scarecrow.
Onward towards the creepy top of the hill.
Onward as you go. As you're making your way up the hill, give me another perception check.
No.
But I said so.
19 plus 10. 29.
Jeez.
Roderick only got a 28.
3.
This way, Renly.
Boy, I sure am glad we brought him with us.
Renly's looking the other way, but, Roderick and Zenobia, you notice, as you're making your way toward the scarecrow, what initially looks like another fallen scarecrow laying down toward closer to you.
I don't like the looks of this.
As you get closer to it, slowly approaching, you can see that it's not a scarecrow. It's actually the withered body of a man with his leg clamped in a bear trap.
Ew.
Ew.
Is he
Can
burned?
I check for more traps before we're doing anything else?
Yeah, and while we're doing that, is he burned or does he just look like he died from the bear trap?
He looks like he's just been withered away.
Like beef jerky?
Kind of.
Okay.
And I can't see any traps, but
Yeah,
that's
Roger,
just
go on.
because I'm not doing very well with that.
Roderick only rolled a 14. Nobody.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a heal check on it.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to do that too.
6.
Looks dead to me.
I think he's jugified.
Roderick actually rolled a 21 heal.
21 healed. 21 heal check.
Yep.
He's healed for 21.
No. Vivian, did you roll as well?
Yeah, I rolled a 17.
17.
It's still pretty high.
Yeah.
So between you and Roderick, you can tell that he was basically killed by being hit with negative energy over and over and over.
Oh dear.
Perhaps he was one of the earlier victims of the children.
Perhaps.
It was something bigger.
Yes, maybe, but the only thing we've seen so far that would cause negative energy are either the children or whatever caused them.
Which could be the something bigger. Renly, do you think, you want to stick around here, or do you want Carrie to make an appearance?
I think I'm going to hide in my hat.
Swoop! And they, like cartoon, gets sucked into the hat.
Hi, Carrie, we missed you.
Get sucked up, and then Carrie falls out.
Oh, Carrie, you might want to tuck those back in. If you want to keep fighting crime today.
Sorry, I still need to work on my tuck.
Oy vey. But yes, this guy does still have some belongings on him if you wanted to check those out.
Might be evidence.
Yeah, evidence.
Is that a separate perception?
Nah, because you can just...
We're rummaging through his pockets. I don't know how we could miss anything.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So this guy has a turquoise on a leather string around his neck.
I think he's been to New Mexico.
Perhaps.
Or Arizona.
Upon seeing this, Roderick casts Detect Magic.
You do not detect magic on anything. But he's got that turquoise around his neck on a string. He's got a coin purse that has 12 gold pieces and 22 silver pieces. He's got a small silver pocket knife, and he has a set of masterwork thieves' tools.
A rogue? Are we dealing with a rogue here?
Looks like it.
Any clue on how much the turquoise is worth?
Yes, it is worth 100 gold pieces.
Very nice.
You know, we find a lot of masterwork thieves' tools in this adventure.
Very, conniving people in Ustalov.
You gotta do what you can to survive.
So wouldn't you be conniving if you lived there?
Yes.
I think we are.
He would be silver pocket conniving.
Ooh, that hurt.
Okay, I'm sorry. Cut that.
Ouch.
Just cut that whole thing.
I'm enjoying myself. I don't know what your problem is.
Alright, so that's basically, all you find on him.
So you didn't have an ID saying Joe Rogue? Rodney
No,
Rogue?
but you could probably assume, based on the stuff that he has on him, that he is, a rogue or a thief. He probably thought he could sneak into the abandoned houses and try to steal whatever he could, and got caught in the bear trap.
Amateur.
That's a lot of bear traps. That's still crazy.
Yeah, we determined this guy was a thief and got caught in one of the hundreds of bear traps they've placed around this freaking town. Bear traps
who
in
did it?
quicksand, yeah.
Who did it? That's a lot of bear traps.
Why does anyone live here?
Timothy found them all.
Too bad this guy didn't have a Timothy.
Seriously. So, what do we do now, old friends?
Continue towards the scarecrow. We're not all the way up there, right?
Are we at the Scarecrow?
You haven't quite got there yet. It's still a little ways
Okay.
up.
Still looking for any remote... Well, Timothy's gone now, right?
Yeah. No, we should keep searching.
We keep making our way.
Well, I couldn't see any.
Roger rolled a 26.
12.
14.
Not doing great. We're a little
10.
distracted by the dead body.
Alright. So, making your way up, Roderick, you spot a bear trap right in front of Zenobia as she's about to step in.
Zenobia, wait.
Oh, she freezes.
And about that time, a 24 hit Vivian
Yeah.
Snap.
as Vivian steps into a bear trap.
Oh.
That's as soon as I stopped Zenobia from stepping
She actually
in one
probably
Vivian
screamed.
does.
She actually probably screamed really loud. So not feeling it. Or very much feeling it.
Vivian!
I seem to have gotten stuck.
I like how calm you are.
That's a dramatic change from the scream that we didn't hear on mic.
Yeah. And when that bear trap snaps closed, that is 11 points of damage.
Oh my goodness.
Goodness.
Well,
Yes.
let's get her out of this.
Stuck on your leg.
Can I trip the one that's in front of me using a stick or a rock or something?
Yes, let's.
Yeah, you can do that.
Can I check for any others in this
Well,
area?
I would really appreciate it if you got me out of the trap first.
I know. I don't want to step into one as I get to you. Okay? I don't want to rush to you so fast that more of us get trapped.
Well, as you're going to set off the trap that's in front of you, Zenobia, once you set it and it snaps closed, you hear a couple of more voices,
Oh,
a couple
fuck.
more chuckles.
No. I refuse. I don't hear them.
A couple
Yeah.
more.
I don't hear them,
Yeah.
which means they don't exist.
You You hear one that sounds like a boy chuckling and one that sounds like a girl. They're both on different sides.
Oh, come on with this.
This pathway. And we're rolling for initiative again.
15.
17.
So I've got a 15 for Zenobia and a 17 for Renly. Roderick.
13.
13. And Vivian.
18.
Okay, so we're starting off with the boy.
Of course, the one against Roderick.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have a question about the boy.
Yes.
Is he right?
Left, from your perspective.
So
This
that
one.
boy ain't right.
That boy ain't right.
Or is that you're right? I'm confused.
That boy ain't right. He was making a joke, Richard.
He was Jamaican a joke.
You got mad at me for the pocket knife.
More editing. More editing.
Anyway, so he is going to move into Roderick and summon a giant cat.
Catzilla is back.
Oh my god. Oh, well, we don't have to fight the girl anymore. She's been
Vanquished.
She was taken out.
No, we summoned a giant cat. Trick's on you, Gary. I already have her in my lap now, so she
Watching
can't.
the giant screen.
Now
She's reaching for my dice from my lap. Stop it.
Liara wants to play too.
Oh man, she is all about this right now.
So anyway, this boy wraith spawn will fly in toward Roderick, saying, "Hey, look, Elsa, we have friends to play with." And he goes for the touch on Roderick.
Don't touch me.
That's a natural 2, so that's going to be a miss, I'm sure.
That boy isn't right. Friendly, you're right.
So I'm assuming a 7 does not hit your touch AC.
As low as Roderick's AC is, correct. A 7 does not hit.
I mean, it was close, so I had to ask. All right.
You're not wrong.
So he flies in and he's up close and personal with Roderick, but he misses. And it is Vivian's turn, and Vivian is still stuck in a bear trap.
So let me ask this, Gary. Will I continually take damage with a bear trap on me?
No, you're just essentially held in place.
Okay. Well, that's okay because I'm in the middle.
Do something spiritual.
Vivian wants to actually, hearing Elsa's name mentioned, she looks up at the girl and she says, through heavy breathing because she's in a lot of pain, she's like, Your name is Elsa. We're friends. We're friends of the beast. You gave him your book on poetry? We're not here to hurt you. Unless we have to.
But we're here to hurt you.
There's no reasoning with them, Vivian. Do your thing.
The brothers swarm wants more souls.
Brother Swarm. That's it.
She forgets she's in excruciating pain for a second.
Vivian's going to cast Cure Moderate Wounds on herself.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not unreasonable for her to do.
That's fair.
And heals for 13 points of damage.
All right.
And since she can't move, she's gonna stay there.
Well, when you can't move, you usually stay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's usually how that works.
Mm-hmm. I try.
All right. So she stays put in the bear trap, but she's healed up now, which I'm curious to see how that works magically.
Ugh. Yeah, I don't want to think about it. Maybe it pushes the bear trap out a little bit.
Maybe. Anyway, it is Renly's turn.
What to do. Okay, so, I mean, Elsa can't be reasoned with because she's a wraith now, correct?
Wraith
By all
spawn.
appearances, yeah.
Wraith spawn.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
Who are you right now?
I'm Carrie.
Okay, good.
Well, what spells do you
what
have?
I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start singing and fly. This time, I can actually fly.
Yeah, most of the time you've flown indoors, Philip.
At least
Now
this time
I'm
you're
outside.
outside.
Won't bump your head. He's taken 5 points non-lethal damage. All the head bumping.
Mm-hmm. Slight concussion.
Now, I'm thinking clearly. Clear heart, clear mind. I don't know how that goes.
Clear something or other.
Yeah.
All right, so
Clear skin.
Carry the one flies up into the air and starts singing, assuming this is for the +1 magical enhancement on the weapons.
Yes.
Right, Zenobia.
I'm going to try and disable this bear trap.
The one on me?
Yes.
Just trying to get it off.
Okay, that would be a disable device check.
Yes. 13. No, 15.
15's not gonna do it. Okay, so Zenobia tries to disable device, but it must be a little bit harder with having a leg actually in the device.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't seen it quite this way before to try to disable it. Alright, Roderick.
Alright, Roderick is going to, same thing again. Green energy emanates from his hand, and he reaches out to touch the wraith spawn with it.
Okay.
That's a natural 17, so that's going to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. Give me a will save while I roll this damage.
11.
That fails, and I rolled 15.
Oh, nice, Roderick.
Okay. Did some damage there.
Yeah, 7 is good. And then Roderick's going to take a 5-foot step back a little bit closer to Vivian. Vivian, can you please help us kill these, and then we can worry about the bear trap after?
What do you think I'm doing, Roderick?
You're healing yourself, and Zenobia's trying to get you out of the trap.
Maybe I'm waiting for Elsa to step in to be within 30 feet.
Details,
Roderick?
details.
Vivian turns around and stabs Roderick in the back with her glaive.
Well, she can do that on her
TPK.
She can do that on her turn. Good response, Gary.
Alright. So it is Elsa's turn now. So she is going to move. Looks like she can get directly into Vivian.
Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do that? That's just rude.
Because I'm way up in the air.
Oh,
Yep.
right. He's flying.
30 feet.
Stupid flying
Stupid.
drag queen lady.
Because otherwise she would have gone for Carrie, but she saw you stuck in a bear trap. So
Stupid Carrie.
That sounds like fun.
that's a natural 18. It's going to be 23 against touch.
Mm-hmm. Gary, is this Martin we're fighting? Elsa and Martin?
No, it is Alan on the other side.
Oh, okay.
But you don't know that.
Yeah, I'm just kind of keeping track of the children that are being murdered.
They're wearing name tags.
Hi, my name is Demon Spawn
Right.
1.
So Vivian takes 4 points of negative energy damage, and I need you to make a fortitude save.
Oh, no. Fail. It's a natural 2.
And you will take 2 points of constitution drain.
Oh, no. See why I was healing myself, Roderick?
Yeah, you're right.
Vivian is now shaken.
Ah,
Uh-oh.
I don't remember what that means. Good thing I have it written down.
it's -2
Like
on all your
minus
stuff.
2.
-2 on saves. That's the one that I really need to remember right now. Okay.
Alrighty. Well, back to the top of the order with the other one. He's going to step back up to Roderick, I guess is the closest one.
Yes, sir.
That is a 12 against touch.
That will hit.
It'll be 3 points of negative energy damage and a fortitude save.
Rolling a fortitude save. That's much better. It's a 21.
Alright, you feel okay.
Well, aside from the negative energy damage.
Right. But you don't feel like you're...
Stuck in a bear trap with
With your con draining away.
Stuck in a bear trap between a ghost and an idiot.
yeah.
You don't feel like you healed him at all. Put it that way.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Uh-huh. Okay. Vivian, back to you.
Vivian will channel positive energy.
Yay.
She didn't do it last turn because Elsa was not in range.
She was, but that's a detail.
No, she wasn't.
So, will save on my side for both of them, correct?
Yes.
For Elsa, that is a 10.
Fail.
And for either Martin or Alan, you haven't decided who yet, 9.
Both fails. So they will take 9 points of positive energy.
9 points of positive energy.
So a little portion of the field lights up with holy light. Oof.
Yes.
And they scream out as this positive energy goes through them.
It burns us! For the audience, if you can hear the cat, she's not in any kind of distress whatsoever. She's just chatty.
She wants to be part of the fight,
And I keep telling her no.
and so she talks back.
Yes, she does.
All right. So
I'm sorry,
Vivian
Gary, what-
channels-
And what did the creature say? What did Elsa mention was this scary creature? Their boss?
She said the brother swarm wants more souls.
Ugh. Can I do a refresher check on that?
Yep, that'd be a knowledge religion check on that.
Natural 18 plus 12. So it's a
30.
So
I remember now.
you're definitely remembering exactly what you know about the brother swarm. The brother swarm is a wraith that in life was a child killer
Oh.
who was caught by a group of vigilantes and was horribly executed. To do so, they covered him in honey and he was stung to death by hornets.
Ugh.
Just like Freddy.
Pretty much.
So, this sounds like evidence.
Well, that's awful.
And does that, and can we do a refresher? I assume that religion roll helps give me just a preview of when we're fighting wraiths. They're also incorporeal, etc.?
Yeah, it's going to be very similar to the Wraith spawn.
Except weaker, right?
No. So yeah, they're going to be stronger.
Lies.
And still incorporeal.
Any resistances besides incorporeal stuff?
So just like the Wraith spawn, they're incorporeal. They're immune to anything that other undead are immune to. And they do have channel resistance.
Okay. Which does not mean they can't be channeled.
Yes, Noelle, it's just a plus something to their save.
Don't mock me, Richard.
I was just going with your gag.
So Vivian shares this information, and she can't move, but she is going to pull out a wand.
Okay. A wandy wand.
It's a stick-like wand.
Or is it a wand-like stick?
She pulls out a wand. She mentions to everybody that, they've mentioned the Brother Swarm and what he is. So Elsa says, "Ooh, Alan, they know of the Brother Swarm. Perhaps we should call him so they can meet him?"
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Actually, yeah, no, call him.
Renly, you're off the team.
It's Carrie.
That is Renly's turn.
Actually, Gary, can I retcon that real quick that I pulled out a scroll, not a wand?
Okay, so you've got a scroll in hand instead of a wand.
Yeah.
So call your boss. Call
No.
Brother Swarm.
No,
And then-
don't do that.
Roger, cast silence.
I wouldn't, because then I can't sing anymore. So don't do that. So after she says that, she's going to throw her chakram at the closest one, which is poor little Elsa.
Okay, and she will freeze it.
Well, yeah,
I'm kidding. That's a frozen joke.
Leave.
I'm
I'm hanging up now. This call is over.
I really thought you could
20?
do that for a moment.
not natural.
Adjusted 20 will hit.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage, and that's before it's halved.
But it's magic.
Which means only half of it will go through.
It's still a physical weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's still from a physical source, so it is halved. But if you weren't singing, then the chakram wouldn't even hit.
Okay.
So the fact that you're singing is allowing everybody to be able to hit. It's just that half damage. Okay. Showing everybody the importance of bards and skalds. Zenobia.
I'm just going to quick draw some holy water, pour it on my magic mace, and
You can hit it from where you're at.
hit it.
So you could study.
I'm going to study it. Thank you, Vivian. Even in your pain.
Study it, please.
So I'm gonna hit it.
Okay. And you're going for Elsa.
Yes.
Okay.
19.
19 will hit.
That's 7, 8, 9, 10. 13 on the mace.
Okay.
And 4 on the holy water, so that's 17. So that's 16, 8 points. Damage
8 points
to
of
go through.
damage.
It's a good hit.
It's a very good hit.
I hate hitting these little kids, even though I know they're not children. Trapped souls I'm trying to release. I can feel my grave warden abilities increasing with every hit.
And your proclivities.
Death, death,
Okay.
death.
Roderick.
Alright, so Roderick, hearing that they might call their big boss, he's going to wave his hand over his sword and spend 2 arcane pool points.
Okay.
And at once, his sword becomes engulfed in both flame and electricity.
Ooh.
Ooh, pretty.
Thank you. And he's going to swing at the ghost child that is immediately in front of him.
Alright, that would be Alan.
And roll a natural 1. Natural 20 to confirm, so no fumble. That 20 would have been nice the first time.
So it's just the opposite of what you did earlier?
I think it was Philip.
It was Philip earlier.
Yeah.
I can do all this cool stuff, and then I just roll so poorly.
I blame the dice.
It's very Roderick.
Anyway, somebody else's turn now.
But you have a cool, pretty sword.
Oh yeah, it's very flashy.
Does it stay charged, or do you lose it?
And it stays there for a minute.
Cool.
Very good. Alright, so it is Elsa's turn now. She is going to reach out and touch Zenobia.
Yay!
She can try.
That is a 15 against touch.
Is that right? Yeah. Just makes it.
Okay. Just makes it.
Yeah.
So it's only 1 point of negative energy damage to Zenobia. And
I need
I
to
need
roll.
a fortitude
Yeah.
save.
And I've got 20 adjusted.
20?
14 plus
Okay.
6.
So you don't see any of the energy going back to her.
Thank goodness.
I forgot that happens.
I hate wasting a hit.
All right, so back to the top of the round. Alan is going to reach out and touch Roderick and say, "Hey, look, I can make pretty sparkles too."
So creepy.
Mine are better.
Roderick, stop
That
barking
is
with the children.
That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. And that'll be 3 points of negative energy damage, and I need a fortitude save.
All right, come on. Well, that's better. That's 17.
You do not feel any of the energy going back to Alan.
These guys suck. Literally, they suck your life energy out.
Mm-hmm.
They do. No wonder that dude was all withered over there before.
I bet he didn't have a magic weapon to fight back against the ghosts.
I mean, he wasn't carrying one. All he had was that little pocket knife.
I'm carrying the one.
Hey. All right, Vivian.
Vivian is going to channel to harm these creepy children.
Thank goodness.
So give me some will saves.
Save. That is a 9 for Alan.
Fail.
Way to be a failure, Alan.
Taunting.
He tried.
So being mean to children.
And that is a 16 for Elsa.
Alright, that just passes. So I rolled 10 positive energy.
Okay.
So Elsa will take half, which is 5, but then she takes half of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that's 2.
2.
And then Alan takes 5.
5 for
Right?
Alan.
Yeah. Math hurts.
Okay. Especially when they do half of a half of a half. It's like
Mhm.
fractions all over again.
Pass.
Ridley.
Okay, so, I mean, there's not a whole lot I can do because I'm saving my good spells for this boss that I'm trying to coax out of them.
It's probably a good idea.
I hear
Not the
that.
coaxing part, but the saving your good stuff part.
I mean, I'm almost out of songs, so it's, I need to save up. Okay, so I'm going to use my halberd.
You just swoop down and hit it.
Good pronunciation.
Thank you. It took like a whole lot of concentration to pronounce it correctly.
What'd you roll on your concentration check?
Yeah, the dyslexic monster's a bitch.
Is it the concentration check against the dyslexic DC?
Yes, the CD.
Anyway, if you swoop down, you can be flanking Zenobia.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that's what I'll do, even though I don't want to be touched, just like in real life.
This is Philip coming through the podcast.
Yes.
You're like social distancing perfectly fine.
It's like how many people did not have to adjust to this?
So I'm going to swing it, and then...
Swing it good.
Swinging.
So that is going to be an 18 adjusted
nice.
to hit.
Pretty good.
18 hits.
Yay!
Sweet. Now for the damage. 8.
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage that all go through.
That's not a bad roll.
Half of it goes.
That's not how it works, Philip.
Kind of how it works.
Yeah, it's a little how it works.
It's almost.
That was
It's
a-
about half how it works.
About halfway. And that was against Elsa, correct?
Correct.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I can't move or do anything else, so I'm going to park it.
All right. Bark and bark. Zenobia.
As I'm securing the flank, I'm sprinkling holy water on my mace.
Yay!
And I get +2 to my attack and +2 to my damage?
No, just the attack from the flank.
Ah, nat 20!
Oh, yay!
Ooh, there we go. Confirm it.
Nuts.
Elsa should have let it
6.
go.
Okay, well, no confirm, but
But a hit.
It's definitely a hit.
So 1d8. 8 max damage.
nice. You
8,
needed that.
14 on the mace.
Nice.
And 5. 19
So 19 total.
total damage.
Halved 9 points.
8
9
points.
points of
8
damage.
points.
8 points.
8 points of damage.
So now it was 9. 9, sorry.
I was like 18 divided by 2 is one of the ones I know.
You were right. You were right.
9 points. 9 points of damage. Excellent.
The big old hit on Elsa. She took that damage and yelled out in corporeal pain. All right, Roderick.
Twice as creepy as the corporeal kind of pain.
Really.
All right, I'm going to try this again and swing with my sword. That is currently flaming and shocking. Does a 17 hit?
17 hits.
Oh, yes!
Natural 9. That's going to be close.
Mhm.
All right, so I'm going to roll all this together. It's not terrible. Okay, so we have a total of 7 points of slashing damage from the sword,
Okay.
4 points of electricity damage, and 5 points of fire damage.
So 16 total.
Yeah.
Okay. So Alan takes all sorts of damage,
All different kinds.
all different kinds, and he doesn't look very happy.
And I could sort of see it like this flaming, shocking sword swipes through this ghostly figure, and you can kind of see like some of the lingering fire and electricity kind of
Little
like,
energy bits.
yeah, kind of pulsing through it as it makes its way through.
Which I think I mentioned last episode, kind of how these wraith children look. They're these shadowy shapes of children, and then they look like they're surrounded by swirling black fire. So that combined with the blue light from the electricity and the red from the flame,
Horrifying.
It's very impressive looking.
In a very
much so.
scary way.
Poor children.
All right, so good turn for Roderick.
Mm-hmm.
And
Nice
he's not
roll.
moving. He's still trying to protect Vivian from Alan.
Okay. So it is Elsa's turn, and looks like she's right there between. Well, she's got a new target to play with now, so she's going to reach out and touch Carrie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
but
when
she can't. She activated my trap card.
and then when Carrie turns back into Renly, it's a new player.
Ready, player 2. That is a 17 against touch on Carrie.
Yep, that sure is. But I got a 21 on my fortitude save.
You already rolled it.
I knew it was coming.
You knew it was coming.
That is 1 point of negative energy damage, and you passed the fortitude save.
1 point of negative energy.
So all in all, not a very
Second point.
effective turn from Elsa.
She's just a child. Go. She's
Oh,
been
she
more
can only
effective
do
than
so
some
much.
adult players.
She can only do so much.
She's doing her best.
Right. All right. Back
She
to the
will
top
be
of the
missed.
round with Alan. Alan is going to reach out and try to get some of that energy back from Roderick again.
And Roderick is swinging this very dramatic-looking sword around.
Reach out, touch me.
That's another 21 against Roderick.
That is another hit.
4 points of negative energy damage.
Good night.
How are you looking?
Fortitude save.
Not quite at half.
Okay.
This fortitude save might change that. Yep, fortitude save changed that. That's a 10.
Ooh, that is a fail. And that is another 2 points of energy drain, or constitution drain.
Strange.
That is another 2 points of constitution drain.
Past half now.
Okay.
He's down to his Bill of Rights.
And with that,
No.
No.
you start hearing this buzzing sound.
No.
I hate you so much, Gary.
Kind of coming from all around you.
We told them
What?
not to call.
Why would you do this?
As this creature that
Ew! It's, what's that, tryptophobia?
looks like it is just full of
Eyes.
these eyeballs
We're dead. We're
comes
so dead.
down from the scarecrow on the top of the hill, surrounded by hornets,
No.
as he approaches you and says, "Ah, I see I have new children to play with. This should be fun. And we'll see you next week."
Philip, this is your fault.
Bitch, I'm a grown-ass woman.
Bees, your weapons are useless against them.
Elsa, she's not to be. I mean, we can't. Okay, sorry, Drake. You gotta get down. You can't play with a touch screen with your face.
You too, huh?
Okay, so I stopped her from touching the screen, so now she has to make all the noise. Hold on 1 second. So yeah,
Anyone who doesn't
So-
have cats is wrong.